Hello there. What's going on, everyone? We've got ourselves some spoilers that leaked from the German Asmodee site for Star Wars X-Wing as far as the Imperial and the Rebel Squadrons pack. The full spreads leaked. You may have actually seen this. This news has actually been out for a couple of days. I'm actually getting to this a little bit later, but just in case you hadn't already seen it, I'm going to talk about this today. Also, big thanks to today's sponsor, Luxury Playstyle. These are amazing full metal tokens for X-Wing, as well as a bunch of other games like Arkham. I use them also for Keyforge or for Star Wars Legion. Be sure to check out luxuryplaystyle.com. You're going to save 15% if you use code Crabbok VIP. Don't forget to use that code. Save yourself 15%. Also, with orders of $35 or more, you're going to get a free Crabbok token thrown in. So check out luxuryplaystyle.com. All right, so the German Asmodee site has continued its reign of terror in leaking, images and like official and sometimes unofficial documents through their website, and we got some spreads. We've seen some of this earlier with some of the Legion pamphlets that have been leaked, and we get some more for X-Wing now. These may not have been officially announced because, well, it does look like there's some errors in this, so we don't really know if this is I have to assume that this is probably not final, so I do want to caveat everything with the fact that a lot of this is not probably not final, because most of these cards that are up on the side are probably placeholders or otherwise incorrect, because it appears to be stuff from the Resistance. It looks like there's a Black One title in there. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But we can see a bunch of different things. It looks like we're probably going to get enough of the A-Wing configurations to roll those guns around, possibly for 4 A-Wings, because there are 4 turrets indicated here. You're also going to notice some Force tokens, and those are likely to have to do with pilots like Ahsoka Tano, who is probably going to have 3 Force if the token spread is correct. But we don't really know that just yet. So if we look a little closer at some of these pilots, we can see some of the pilots that we've already seen before, like Hera Syndulla in both a B-Wing and in an A-Wing. We can see Sabine Wren at Initiative 3 in an A-Wing. And we can see Ahsoka Tano over here in the A-Wing as well, at Initiative 5, which is pretty good initiative for an A-Wing pilot. And we also see Shara Bay over there. That's Poe Dameron's mom, Initiative 4. So there's a couple of extra little spoilers. Now, I'm going to put links to where you can actually get these spreads in the description below. You can check those out. Also, there's going to be links to my Discord server if you want to jump in there and talk some more about these, as well as links to Crabbok.com. You can check out my website, or if you're interested in some merch like shirts or we got socks, we got masks, all kinds of stuff like that. There's the Teespring store. We're going to have links down there as well. We can also see we've got some of our pilots spreads here, and some, we're getting some repeats of some of the generics. We're also seeing some, Hera, which we've already seen. But another interesting one is we can see Wedge Antilles in an A-Wing. Now, this is based on Wedge from Star Wars Rebels. He was a little bit younger. He's only Initiative 4 right here, which is interesting. His pilot skill, or his pilot ability, is mostly the same, but it does look like it's been changed just a little bit. And while this is somewhat fuzzy, Wedge has always had the ability to make somebody roll 1 less die. But here, it does look like it's saying when you perform a primary attack, if the attacker is in your front arc, they roll 1 less die. That's kind of what it looks like to me. And I think the distinction is important there, because he's not going to be able to get that bonus, I believe, if he's using missiles, because if indeed that is primary attack, which it certainly looks like, and of course if he's got his guns rotated to the rear, he's not going to get that bonus either. But for normal attacks out the front, that will be pretty good. Now, he's at Initiative 4, so I don't know how we feel about Wedge being kind of in that middle level. I mean, it certainly doesn't seem bad. I guess it really depends largely on his price point, but that seems like a pretty good A-Wing pilot. When you're only rolling 2 dice, it's nicer to have a greater chance of those dice getting through. Now, for the spread that they showed us on the right, I think this is some older stuff. For the first big giveaway that had me really excited at first, and then scratching my head was the fact that there's a couple of tech upgrades that looks like primed thrusters and automated targeting priority. I'm like, wait, those are resistance and first order things. Rebels don't even have tech. Is there something that's giving them tech? And then I saw the Black One title. I'm like, wait, that's the exact same artwork as the Black One. Wait a second. This isn't right. So I think this was an error. Now, there isn't a whole nother pile of cards, too. So this is going to be a lot of cards that come in this pack, which is going to be good for new players starting out. These are going to be probably good packs, get you an awful lot of cards. We've kind of already seen, the Resistance Aces pack, the Resistance Squadron pack that has a bunch of cards in there, too. Great early buy if you are newer to the game. But we don't really know what's coming here because I'm pretty sure that this is an error. I don't think that these are the cards that they're giving us. It doesn't really pass the common sense test, but maybe these are all in here and we're just, and it's all the cards that we can't see that are giving us the ability to run a T70 X-Wing in a pack that doesn't have X-Wings T65 or T70. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't think this is final artwork. That's probably why we haven't seen it in official articles yet. It's going to be interesting to see if this is the same thing with the Imperial version, though, because the Sky Strike Academy preview does look a little bit more appropriate, especially with the spread over here on the side. And that's kind of another reason why I think, the Rebel, like the other versions are probably going to mirror these a little bit more closely. And we're seeing some more epic play, some more wing tool, some squadron type play over here for the fun thematic moving everybody together. We're going to get a couple of interesting things over here as well. Old school X-Wing 1.0 fans are going to recognize that name, Lieutenant Laurier over there. I believe he was the barrel roll shenanigans sort of TIE interceptor. We've got Captain, was it Otis? We got Darth Vader in a TIE Defender, which is going to be especially cool. We got Ciana Ree at Initiative 6, Nash Windrider, and Gideon Hask. And I think we've already seen a couple of these already, so not all of this is new stuff, but I think the biggest takeaway out of all this is Darth Vader in the TIE Defender, which is got a lot of people talking about it. So this is probably the biggest news from both of these spreads combined. Before I jump into Vader, though, I think we can see a little bit of Lieutenant Laurier, which it looks like that's him up in the kind of the top there. And it does look like he's using, the curved tool to do barrel rolls again. It looks like when you barrel roll, I think it's barrel roll, when you use the curved tool instead of the straight. So that's that's good and familiar to the old Imperial Aces, which was one of the first packs that came out not long after I first started playing X-Wing many years ago. So Darth Vader, you cannot spend Force tokens except while attacking. So you're not going to be able to use those Force tokens for defense. But when you perform an attack, you may spend one Force token to change one blank result to a hit result. That's pretty powerful. Now, I don't think if you roll 3 blanks, you're going to be out of luck. But here's a great offensive ability. Maybe the best offensive ability we've ever seen. He's going to always have 3 hits. Basically. You're gonna and while you can't spend those Force dice for defense, you've got that built-in evade with full throttle. Granted, you might not and I don't know. I'm not sure if everybody's gonna want to run full throttle or not. If the turning is going to be a little bit more important to kind of make sure you line up and get that those closer range shots. That's just a really strong ability on somebody who's Initiative 6. You have such built-in dice control here. This is really good. A lot of people are thinking that this dude is gonna kind of break the game a little bit. I don't know. I feel like what you probably need to do against Darth Vader is just block him. Run lower initiative pilots, get right in front of him, block him, stop him from getting those free evades on defense. Stop him. He's not going to be able to use the Force for defense, so exploit that. And I feel like you need to stop him from taking actions. You know, he doesn't get the ability to take extra actions anymore, but of course he can still evade and focus, or evade and target lock, or arc dodge you and just boost out of your firing arc. So I think you need to be able to boost to block him. I think you need to overwhelm him with lots and lots of either TIE fighters or Z95s and stuff like that. Get in his way, stop him from taking actions, and then exploit the fact that he gets no help on defense if you do that, because he won't have the evade, he won't have any actions, can't spend his force on anything else, and just count on the fact that he's probably going to start deleting ships every turn, especially if you're running cheaper swarmy ships, and hopefully you can overwhelm him before he can really take advantage of his abilities there. So that is all of that is really interesting. I don't, and the thing is, I think with Darth Vader, I think it's going to be like target lock, unless you, for whatever reason, don't need it, and then just focus. But because what else are you going to use your force for? You only need one available per turn, right? You just need that one to turn a blank into a hit. The problem, I guess, might be if you rolled all eyeballs. I mean, you're not going to roll all eyeballs, though, So what you're worried about is rolling like lots of blanks, or getting that range one shot and having like 2 blanks and or 3 blanks, and then you can only change one of them. But no, he looks amazing. He looks really, really strong, and he should be strong if he's Darth Vader. That's for sure. It looks great. So let's keep moving. We've got some other upgrades over here. Looks like we're getting a couple of new things. We're getting, and it looks like a Marg Sable over there. We're getting some new maneuver tools. We're getting the Shadow Wing, and this one is a flip. So I think this is a weird one too, because clearly they had more room on this card, but it's a flip this card, and the only reason to flip it, like it doesn't do anything on this side. It's like just this is what you run. And on the other side, by the way, now flip this card. So it's gonna have a lot of stuff written on here, and I'm like, wow, well, wasn't that the whole point of kind of switching from the small upgrades to the bigger cards, so like you could fit more text on there? And I'm like, no, I don't think that was the point. I think the point was they just wanted them all standardized. But because here's a card that doesn't do anything, so it's not like it's gonna flip back. I don't think it's going to flip back. I think they just probably had so much text they just wanted to fit it all on the back. That's my thought process. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So that's our preview. Not a whole lot. I know I'm a little late at getting to this. I cover a lot of games. I try to do at least a video every day, and sometimes I just get overwhelmed with news because a lot of times everything comes out on the same day, and it's like I can't cover all the different things that came out on the exact same day. So sometimes things happen just a little bit late. So sorry for getting to you this one a little bit later, but I'm sure we'll be getting official articles pretty soon, because this stuff is all supposed to come out next month. So I think maybe this week we'll get stuff. Maybe even later today. Who knows? All right, guys. That's all I got. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to check the links in the description below. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you for supporting this channel. Couldn't do this without you, so thank you so much. And as always, have a great day.